their hands if they have encountered certain issues like this. Okay. Wala ko hands, may nakitaan. Okay. Sige. Padayon gihapon. Okay. There are 5 components that everybody needs to develop to have emotional quotient. One is self-awareness, the other one is self-regulation, the third motivation, fourth is empathy, and fifth is social skills. So let's take care of each of this one. I think of the 5 components or factors involved in emotional intelligence, pinakabilib ko gid, guys, is a person with high self-awareness. Because this is the beginning of it all. No? The beginning of emotional intelligence is actually self-awareness. So, what is self-awareness? Gabatsyag ka, kag nakakilala ka sa kaugalingon mo. That's why, if you know yourself and you know your emotions, when triggered, you have the ability to pause, label your emotions, and breathe before reacting to any situation. I remember, guys, the trigger for emotions outside is not with control. It can happen anytime, believe me. When you're having a good day, something happens, and then you're triggered. So, ang reality of the matter is not controlling what triggers you, in being aware that you are being triggered. No, that is very important because we're talking about emotions here. We're not talking about your intelligence. So, ang point that self-awareness would always ask the question, kilala mo bala ang mga emotions mo? I mean, do you know when you're angry? Do you know your patterns? So, let's look at how self-aware you are. No, number one is let's have a check. So I want you to take time to reflect. Um, how are you in this area? No, because if this area is improved, then you have high self-awareness. Wala na, deal because this is the most important of them all. Self-awareness. Um, ang time mag-react ka sa situation, you know that you have self-awareness when you are slower to react to certain situations. Because people with um, low EQ usually are people who are very reactive. No? Mambalta nga, di ka excited siya, be passionate siya. But in all honesty, excitement, passion, negative or positive emotions, when it's something reactive, this shows a sign of low EQ. To be honest. Okay, so your checklist, if you're becoming slower in reacting, then you have higher self-awareness. Number two, are you able to identify what you feel and why you feel that way? Sometimes we have a tendency not to notice our patterns. For example, you know that every time that you have a deadline, you are starting to like buy so many things from Shopee, no? Damo ka ginapamakal, no? Impulsive buying or impulsive eating, etc., etc. Now, ma-identify mo ni siya as a pattern of behavior whenever you feel something, you feel tense, or for example, mambal ka, notice your pattern. So that is self-awareness, babe. So ang question there, are you able to identify what you feel and why you feel that way? That is actually self-awareness. Third one, ang third do hindi siya wow. Okay. Um, your self-awareness is being able to also listen to others without reacting. Because basically, the point of the matter is um, when you listen to others, you begin to understand them. So, amo na bi ang EQ guys, no? Hindi lang understand ka sa self mo, but also understanding others and their emotions. So, checklist for you to improve on self-awareness. Be slow to react. Identify your feelings and why you are feeling that way. Patterns. So when those behaviors happen, you know that you are going through these emotions. You know nga, sad naman ko guro kay nagsigi naman ko bakal sa kay nakita mo nga pattern mo na nga kung overspend ka on these things, you are sad or mamata. I think I'm tense because I'm gulping my food already. I'm not chewing. I'm gulping my food. Maybe I'm tense because something is going to happen. I'm going to present or something like that. So self-awareness is very important. The reason for that, if you're aware of your emotions, then you actually not be triggered. Remember, as they say, you can be triggered by anything, an email, persons, meetings. And since you don't have control of your triggers, of it does not make you pikon. Because you know the rule of life, ang pikon is always alo. Okay, let's go to the second component of emotional quotient. The second component of emotional quotient is actually self-regulation. It's not enough to be aware of your emotions or to see the patterns of your emotions. This is the second part, which shows a higher level of emotional quotient, which is self-regulation. Now, noticing your emotions and noticing your patterns is the first step. The second step is choosing how to respond, that your actions must match your goals and values. Diba? For example, a person who is not self-regulated, nabalaan niya nga na-trigger siya, and yet, indulges the emotion to the point that himuon niya naman ang bagay na ikahinulsol niya. For example, you know that you're triggered by people coming in late. You're an OJT, you come in because there's an event. You were told to come in early because there's an event. And the people who is going to instruct you for an event are not even there. No, imagine. And you know you're triggered already. Kita mo na, are sweating. Kita mo na, ang pag-drink mo sa coffee, gadasig na. But ang point of the matter, guys, is people with low EQ will indulge that emotion. And once they see these people, will showcase already ang pagdadabog, sinuplada, the look on the face that's not kaaya-aya. This is what we mean by we are aware that we are being triggered, and yet we choose to respond with our actions that does not match our goals and values. People with high IQ know how to choose the right response at the right time. You say, for example, there is an event. This is not the right time to burst out your anger and raise your tone of voice. No, you need to choose how to deal with it. For example of choosing right, not exploding when angry. Ang problema bisa aton kabaluta nga daw mangakid na ta, and yet we indulge in that emotion. We tolerate that emotion to the point that we get triggered, we don't regulate that emotion, and actually regret our behavior because we were not able to regulate the emotion. Okay? Sometimes, when we're very tense, if you notice, damo ka obrahon, you have a lot of things to do. And when you're very tense because you're overwhelmed by that emotion, pressured ka when you're stressed, you get distracted. So, tendency of a person with low EQ is not to stay on the task. Persons with low EQ tend to get distracted and go to other things like makidrama ko anay or malagaw-lagaw ko anay and the like and not staying on the task. Do you know that this is a sign of low EQ? When you get distracted because of an emotion, ang tendency mo is not to focus on the task. Ang result na usually is a delay, right? So kung ma-delay naman, mas stress ka naman, na-delay ka naman sa trabaho. And of course, very important for self-regulation is for you to know that you have planned out something in your life to regulate your emotions means doing what you planned even when moments that you are challenged. Meaning to say, you don't allow emotions to rule your work, but work rules your emotions. Because emotions can always be there, but you don't need to act on those emotions at all. So example, nga aga sala-sala ko gani, no? That's being self-aware, no? Nga aga sala-sala ko gani. Okay. So regulating now is kalma lang pala. Okay, hindi anay mag-decide. Kay gasala-sala. Sala-sala is your pattern whenever you're tense. So, ano na naman, kanotis ka mo na, when you're tense, gakahulog ang mga bagay-bagay, gakaula ang mga ginahandle yung mga things. So, meaning, gasala-sala ka. First step, being aware, nga aga sala-sala ko gani. Okay. Because may deadline ko. Kag wala ko pa natapos. Okay, so now that you're aware, then regulate it and say, for example, kalma lang pala. Lang. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Okay. Now, the third component of EQ is motivation. Now, a lot of people, especially the newbie in an office, get motivated by external rewards. What is this external reward? One would be affirmation of the boss. Mean to say, you're working there, and if you're acknowledged by the head of office, the colleagues there, you feel good about yourself, you're motivated to go back to work all the time. But remember, these external motivations and these rewards, for example, mga basta lang, o sige, nag-duty ka, kay OJT ka, Saturday, hindi nag-extend ka, gaan ka alam, are rewards and motivations that are external. People with high IQ are more internally motivated. This is an inner drive because you find your work meaningful and you satisfying. So you're not there for rewards or external pressures, but you're there because you want to learn. You sustain your work because you say, I have 6 months here to do my OJT. I need to learn as much as I can. So, in the middle of like 2 months na, do wala ka pa gyapon ginadayaw, 2 months pa, do wala ka pa gina-reward, ginapaobra lang ko, di gina nga paobrahaw. Tendency for somebody with EQ is to lose interest in what they're doing. But the goal is to finish, right? The goal is to learn. So a person with high EQ creates the motivation from the inside. Then what do? Connect with the people in the office that can teach you more. Don't sit there and wait to be given a task. Go out there and initiate conversations with people. Learn as in the office. At this point, you can have better focus and creativity rather than relying on external rewards like affirmation. Dayaw-dayawon ka, itagaan ka mga extra-extra. If you have an office like that. But if you don't have an office like that, it's very important for you to be motivated internally. Especially guys ha, ang tendency is for you to compare notes. And sometimes do not get the freebies that other OJT would get demotivated already. This is a sign of a poor EQ. High EQ means doesn't matter. I'm here to do my work. So it even though ang mga people there do not value as you expected them to value you, you still go to work because it feels satisfying, because it connects you to a purpose. And what is the purpose? To finish and learn from the training.